Welcome to Business Shark. Our topic today is the question: what is hiding behind CG Projekt Red's mysterious new projects? After The Witcher and Cyberpunk, the studio is now pouring hundreds of developers into two codenames you have probably heard of: Serious and Harder. But what are they really? Spin-offs, a fresh universe, or just corporate smoke and mirrors to keep investors excited? Let's dive into it. In July, CG Projekt Red had nearly 800 developers spread across multiple projects. The majority are still focused on The Witcher 4, but look closely, you will see that more than 70 developers are now assigned to Serious and Harder. Two names with no official gameplay trailers, no flashy E3 reveals, only whispers in investors' presentations. So, what do we actually know? Project Serious is set in the Witcher universe, but it's not Witcher 4. It's being built by Molossus Flood, a studio CG Projekt Red acquired back in 2021. The plan? A new take on the Witcher world with both single player and multiplayer elements. Think less traditional RPG, more hybrid action adventure, part story, part social. But here's the catch. In 2023, development was basically reset. The project was too ambitious, too unfocused. Budgets were frozen, staff laid off. Instead of killing it, CG Projekt Red doubled down. By April 2025, the Molossus Flood was fully absorbed into CG Projekt Red and Serious lives on, now in pre-production with a clearer framework. The company insists it's not cancelled, which means investors are still waiting for payback on that acquisition. If Serious is risky, Harder is even bolder. Because it's not Witcher, it's not Cyberpunk. It's CG Projekt Red new original IP. A brand new universe, built entirely from scratch. So far, all we know comes from job listings. The game is described as an action RPG with a heavy focus on melee combat powered by Unreal Engine 5. The studio wants to be the narrative driven and emotionally rich, but also mechanically sharp. Think swordplay, hand-to-hand systems, something different from Cyberpunk guns and Witcher's magic. And here's why this matters. Harder is the kind of project that could either diversify CG Projekt Red beyond its two flagship franchises or stretch the company too thin, at a time when investors' patience is already tested. And why do these projects matter for the stock market? Because CG Projekt Red is all in for the long-term pipeline strategy. Witcher 4 is a tentpole. Cyberpunk 2 is a redemption arc. Serious is an experimental spin-off. And Harder is a high-risk, high-reward original bet. Investors want to know, can CG Projekt Red turn one of these into a substantial franchise instead of living of Witcher's royalties and Cyberpunk DLCs? With nearly 150 developers now tied up in shared services, QA, localization, AI, analytics, the company is clearly preparing to run multiple launches in parallel. That's a big shift from the history as one game at a time studio. Will Serious and Harder be the start of a new CG Projekt era? Expand the studio into multiple franchises? Or will they drain resources from Witcher 4 and Cyberpunk 2 and lead to another round of over-promising and under-delivering? So Business Shark community, if you found this breakdown useful, hit like, subscribe and tell me in the comments, which CD Projekt bet do you think has the best chances of success? Witcher 4, Cyberpunk 2, Serious or Harder? And never forget, Business Shark community, attack and bite.